All right. Cool, 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 cool. I think we're live, everybody. Hello, hello, guys. Let's see here. Let me check this because this thing has been driving me a little bit crazy here. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and refresh this thing. We should be up and running, I think. Folks, give me 1 minute. I know this is like 17 minutes late start already. I apologize about that. We will be getting. I just want to make sure that this is actually live. I'm not even sure if this is live. If you guys seeing this, tell everybody to refresh their page. All right. Just tell everybody to refresh their page and hit the. Hi, everybody. Hello. All right, and go ahead and hit the play button on the video. That should do it. All right. People are telling me that I'm live. Cool. 1 sec here. Let me put a quick comment. And then we are going to be rolling. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Hope everything is good. Give me 1 sec, folks. 1 sec, 1 sec. I got some good stuff for you to share with you tonight here, guys. So 1 sec. All right, guys. If you just tell everybody to refresh their page and hit the play button on their video, that should be good. Okay. Give me 1 sec. We'll be getting started. All right. Shiki boom. All right, everybody. Welcome to tonight's hangout, folks. What I want to do is I want to do things a little bit differently here tonight. We have a couple thousand people here, and first of all, guys, I apologize for the craziness here of this thing not going live when it's supposed to. You know, sometimes when you are trying to make this thing embed and then stream the video, I have like, see, that's the thing with me is I have no idea. Right, I have no idea how to do any of this HTML coding, how to put a video on a page. I don't know how to do that, right? So I need to get the video guys or the developers or the programmers to do it for me. And so we had a little bit of a run around with that. So we are good now. Cool. So what I'd like to do first of all, guys, is I'd like to just welcome you to this hangout. My intention here is basically is to give you some value, all right? Not just some value. My intention is to give you lots and lots of value tonight, so that you know, you can apply some of the strategies, some of the ideas. Start playing around with it at least, right? Start doing something in your business to move your business to the next level. You know, when I got started in this industry, and for those of you guys who don't know me, you know, if you're like on here, got invited by somebody, or you know, if I invited you here, or somebody else from, you know, Big Idea Mastermind invited you, and you are wondering what is this all about, right? Well, there is nothing. You know, my intention is not necessarily to sell you anything here on this hangout. You know, my intention is to get you a lot of value and to share with you, really just to hang out, right? And share with you some ideas, some strategies, some things that that personally have you know, worked really, really well for me in my business. You know, you can test them for yourself, see if it's going to work for you, see if you can you know, take some of the ideas and see how you can apply it to your business. See how you can, you know, tweak them to your marketing, to whatever you're doing out there, and go out there and hopefully take that step closer to your ultimate destination, right? Ultimately, where you want to be at. That's kind of the idea here. And you know, I got started in this industry, folks, about it was 2005. So however many years ago that was, 2005, and got started very, very humbling. You know, I did not have any marketing experience. I did not have any entrepreneurial education, you know, if you can call it that. I did not have anybody to really take me by the hand and coach me in the beginning, so I had to learn a lot by just doing a lot of trial and error in the very beginning. But I was just fortunate enough to you know, to come across or have a mentor come into my life early in my career, about 10 months after I got started, and everything changed for me ever since, right? And so I got I got so passionate about this industry because you got to remember, you know, my background is I was working for a banking industry. you know, being a bill collector, right? Calling people, you know, tell them to pay their credit cards, and that's what I was doing, right? And coming from that, you know, from that background, and wanted to dramatically change my situation, you know, especially financial side of things. You know, sometimes people talk about things, and you know, sometimes people say, well, you know, money is not everything. Financial, you know, side of things is not everything, and that's true, right? You know, there are some things that money cannot buy, but a lot of times, you know, if we just have this financial thing taken care of, right, life becomes a whole lot easier for us, for everybody. So I wanted to take care of my financial side of things a little bit better, right? I wanted to provide for my family the best I could. You know, I wanted to be the best husband, the best father. I wanted to live a comfortable lifestyle, right? And I saw on the internet this online marketing, this industry, you know, network marketing, direct sales as a way out for me, because I saw so many people succeeding, you know, just like maybe you are right now, right? And I got started like everybody else, but along the way, right, I was able to learn some things, and I remember my very first breakthrough was when I got my first, I believe it was like 8 or 10 leads, right, to my capture page, and that was my first breakthrough. All of a sudden, you know, something is like, okay, I think I know how to do this over again, right? I got those 8 or 10 leads, and I think I can repeat that again, right? And I remember when I got my first sale, my first actual sale. This was at least 10 months after I got started, because for the first, you know, probably 6 months or so, I was just spending money left and right on, you know, different campaigns and different you know, different things I was doing, promoting, you know, trying to get traffic, trying to convert people, trying to kind of like grinding, right, and trying to force success, right, trying to force success. And one thing that I learned is that you cannot really force success, right? And so what happened was, certain things happened in a certain, you know, at a precisely certain time when I believe when it's supposed to happen. And all of a sudden, we became, you know, I became so-called fortunate, right? That, like what other people are saying, and started to earn money on the internet a little bit in the beginning, and then it kind of went and grew from there, and became, you know, kind of turned it into a business that I fell in love with. You know, internet marketing, I believe, is the bar none the biggest opportunity for anybody to turn their financial situation around, to turn their lifestyle around, you know, and all that good stuff. So the reason I'm doing what I'm doing is because I am passionate about this industry, right? Is because I believe that there is nothing better out there than, you know, what you and I have our hands on. You know, as far as being able to earn money on this industry, and being able to, you know, really build something significant, right? But the question is how do you do that, right? How do you do that strategically? How do you do that so that your business can be sustainable? How do you do that so that you can get fast results? And essentially, that's what we're going to talk about. You know, guys, I am nobody special. You know, for those of you guys who know me, I always say this: I'm nobody special. I don't have any magical abilities. I just know some things that you know, some people don't know yet, right? And I was just fortunate enough to be able to, over the last 5 or 6 years, to be able to work with probably over 60 or 70,000 people throughout this entire time period. And I see some things that are being repeated over and over and over again by a lot of people, both good or bad, right? And people who see, success comes down to successful people have successful habits. Okay, I'm going to repeat it again. If you guys are taking notes, might be a good idea for you to take notes, because I'm going to share with you some really cool ideas, and we're going to get into some advanced traffic generation stuff, and you know, and I'm just gonna be completely upfront with you folks. I don't necessarily have a PowerPoint or, you know, to show you here tonight. I just want to talk with you like this, face to face, and just convey some ideas that I honestly hope that will, you know, really help you in your business. But successful people have successful habits, right? That's really ultimately where kind of everything starts with, right? Is successful habits, right? How do you develop successful habits as a marketer, as a person, as a human being, as a as a father, as a mother, as a good citizen, right? How do you develop those successful habits, right? That can carry you onto greater successes in life, right? And some of these habits, guys, I will share with you because some of these habits I see being repeated over and over again by people who are tremendously successful, right? In this industry, and there's also some things that I see some people are repeating some mistakes in their business, especially when it comes to traffic generation and marketing. And if you guys are here to learn traffic generation, you will learn some traffic generation, I promise you, right? But it's not always traffic generation. You see, when I was getting started in this industry, I was thinking that all I needed, right? All I needed is if I can just get traffic to my lots of traffic to whatever I was promoting at that time, then everything's going to be solved, right? All my financial problems will be solved. I discovered that it was not the case, right? And what it ultimately comes down to is there is three things I want to touch upon this tonight, and just talk about the three I think most important things that as a marketer, if you can, I wanted to say master, but I don't know if it would be the word, the right word. If you can focus and get really good, right? If you can get good, all right, at three things, or at least be conscious of it as you build in your business, I think that everything else is going to be easy for you. Okay. Money, generating income on the internet is actually one of the simplest things that anybody can learn how to do. I would argue, if somebody would tell me that before, but it actually is. Okay. Again, I'm going to share with you guys, some of the things, how does that work, right? When you look at this industry and people who are considered like superstar marketers, right? And then people who are just getting started, what is going on, right? What's the difference between somebody who is earning a lot of money and somebody who is not there yet, right? And maybe they're grinding. What's going on there? And it comes down to several things. Okay, number one, and this is I just want to share this with you folks to really, hopefully, when you hear me, right, if I can convey an idea or two for you, if I can convey, if I can inspire you, okay, if I can do some, if I can tell you something that would resonate with you, okay, and that would cause you to make a turn as a marketer, right? And maybe one day if I meet you at the event or something, if our paths cross, and I want to hear your success story. Ultimately, that's really what drives me, every single day. When it comes down to building a successful business, okay, consists of three things. This is from my experience, and you say, Vic, who are you to teach this stuff, right? I mean, are you qualified to teach this stuff? Well, I don't know, right? I cannot teach you how to earn, a couple $1 million a month. I'm not there yet, okay? But I was fortunate enough to learn and engineer my business, right? And really craft and fine-tune my business to the point to where I understand how to earn comfortable living. I don't want to I don't want to brag or anything, folks, but earning $3,000 to $5,000 per day, $20,000 per day. What's really, really cool, folks, for me personally, right, is when you learn this stuff. And I know that a lot of people are going to listen to me tonight, and a lot of people are going to just hear this, and it's going to go over their heads, over their ears, right? Very few people will listen to me, and very few people will actually take this to heart. Very few people will actually apply this. Somebody said to me, they said, Vic, why are you sharing this stuff, man? Like, what's and somebody else said, well, he's not sharing everything, right? He is not. He is hiding the meat, and that's what some small-minded people think about, some people who are really out there, right, and succeeding, right? For example, if you are just getting started, my friend, I want to share with you exactly like the shortest path, right, you can take to build yourself a tremendous business. Okay, it starts with this little thing I call everything matters. Okay, every little thing matters in your business. When you're starting your business, you just have to remember that every little thing in your business, in your life, matters. And we're going to get to the traffic. We're going to get to I'm going to share with you guys some really, really advanced, some ninja traffic getting strategies. But just, if you are making notes, okay, if you're taking notes, write this down. Every little thing matters, okay? I'm going to prove this to you in a minute here. But I'm talking about from your attitude towards your business, right? When you start a business, your attitude towards that business, your attitude towards other people, your attitude towards life, right? That stuff matters, okay? What else matters? Well, self-talk. How you talk to yourself. Everybody, we all talk to ourselves, right? We all think, right? And if you say, well, Vic, I don't talk to myself, you do. We talk to ourselves all the time through our thoughts. Some people even, talk to themselves, out loud. Self-talk matters. Okay, before we can talk to others, we need to master self-talk, and we can get to that in a minute. I don't want to spend too much time on this stuff. I would rather spend more time and show you guys some traffic getting techniques and whatnot, right? And we're going to get to that. But I want to make sure that this is said, right? I want to make sure that I say this, because if I don't, if I leave this out, your recipe is not going to be complete. Your formula is not going to be complete, right? Everybody that I teach, right, whether it's my private students or Big Idea Mastermind members, anybody who is who are being coached, I always start off with trying to explain to people and trying to get them to understand that, what, success is going to come from within. Okay, success comes from within. It doesn't come from outside. Vic cannot make you successful. Dave Wood cannot make you successful. Dave Sharp cannot make you successful. Tony Robbins cannot make you successful, right? Bob Proctor cannot make you successful. They can give you ideas, right? But success is going to come from within. It's going to come from me. It's going to come from you, right? I remember when I was struggling, and guys, got to the point to where I did not have $1.19 to my name, right, to go buy bread for my family. My mentor said, he said, Vic, the only person who can make you successful is you. Okay? A lot of times we try to, change our fruits on our success tree, quote unquote, and without taking a look at the roots of the tree, right? That's where the problem is. But all these little things matter. It matters how much traffic you're going to get. It matters how well your traffic is going to convert. It matters how you're going to position your business or not, right? Strategically or not. And it matters how difficult it's going to be for you to run this business called online marketing. Okay, I want to make sure you guys are with me still here. Let me know if you guys can, if you guys are here, if you guys can hear me, everything is cool. Let me know. Give me a quick Y or something in the comments. But we're going to move on. What else matters, right? What else matters? Well, everything matters, right? Your business strategy matters. When we start a business, and I did not understand this concept. I did not understand this concept until really, I'll tell you, until about 2010, 2009, 2010, right? When I had to basically restart everything from scratch. And a couple webinars ago, I told you guys what happened and and why I had to do that. For those of you guys who have been following me. But I learned that your business strategy, right, like when we talk about getting traffic, there needs to be a strategy for traffic, because here's the thing. Traffic is not going to do anything for you if you don't have a solid business strategy. If you don't have a solid funnel strategy, okay? Your approach, how you're going to approach the whole campaign setting, how you're going to approach the whole traffic generation, and how you're going to approach the whole your whole promotional funnel, right, matters. Guys, there is a difference. Some of you guys are in Empower Network, and I'm also in Empower Network, right? We have a Big Idea Mastermind, which is a system that drives Empower Network. That's not a secret. Most of you guys know that. For those of you guys who don't know that, you can check it out after the hangout on your right. But here's the thing, right? A lot of people say, Vic, how are you, #1 income earner in Empower Network all time, and got there within like 3 weeks of joining Empower Network? Okay, how do you do that, and how do you maintain that position? Okay, folks, I want to be completely candid with you, and I'm going to share with you how I'm able to do that. Okay, so if you are in Empower Network, pay attention, right? Because this might be useful for you. Why am I willing to share this? #1, I know that 80% of people will not do anything. Okay, 80% of people will just listen to these ideas and they'll just say, okay, great, and they'll go back to doing whatever they were doing. 20% of you will do something, okay, and then 20% of that 20% will actually try to craft and perfect it and try to polish these ideas and concepts and actually do something, and your income will go up. Okay, your income will increase, your lifestyle will become better, and so I'm not worried about guarding this or protecting these ideas. Because I believe in abundance. I believe that the more we share, the more we give out, the more is going to come back to you. Okay. In fact, one of the things that you can test for yourself is, and I did not believe this until I actually tested it, right? Is when you give stuff away, right? Whether it's your money, whether it's your time, whether it's helping somebody, when you actually give stuff, all right? When you give stuff, when you help somebody, that comes back to you multiplied. Okay, it comes back to you multiplied. So that's part of the reason why I'm doing these hangouts and why I'm willing to share openly what I'm doing specifically in my business. And for those of you guys who are in my customer or in Big Idea Mastermind or bought any of my products, you guys will be able to see when I tell you what I'm doing, right? When I point it out, you will be able to catch it, and it's going to become very, very clear for you, how I'm able to sustain and maintain my online success, and and actually having fun throughout the process, right? It's actually very, very cool. So your funnel, right, matter. Traffic is not as important as your funnel. Okay, traffic is not as important as your overall business plan. Okay, as your business concept, what drives your business and how you drive your business, and I want to share with you guys some of these things tonight. Okay, what else matters? Well, it matters how you execute, and what else matters is what kind of feedback you are getting from your business. That thing matters. Okay, I see a lot of people. They try a campaign, right? They try to run a traffic campaign, and it bombs, right? It doesn't do well. They get discouraged. They get frustrated. They get pissed off, right? The motivation just drops for them to do anything else, right? How you take feedback from your business matters. Okay, very, very important part. So just kind of keep that in mind as we go along. And go through this through the rest of this hangout together. Okay. Here is big secret number 2, guys. I'm going to tell you is that when it comes to succeeding on the internet, okay, here's what I found. I found that traffic is about, I want to say 50%, but it's probably less than that. Okay, traffic is about maybe 30% important. Okay, 70% when it comes to the actual business driving force, right, or whatever you want to call it. 70% is your funnel, okay, how you have your funnel set up. about 30% is going to be traffic. Okay? Check this out. Perfect example. Do you know anybody, maybe it's you, right? A person who can get 10,000 visitors to their site. Okay? Maybe they get 50,000 visitors to their site, and they only got a couple sales. Okay? Here's another example. A person right next to them can get less visitors than that, and the person right next to them, they go on to make 10,000 per month. Okay? What's going on? Is that the traffic? Well, the traffic can come from the same, same sources. What's the difference? Okay? When I go out there, check this out. When I go out there and I advertise, okay, it costs me around between $20 and $25 to get a customer. Like, for example, I'm promoting Empower Network. Okay, Big Idea Mastermind is a system that drives it, right? But my customer acquisition cost is about between $20 and $25 when I promote. Okay, when I'm actively out there, when I'm marketing. Okay, my lifetime value of the customer actually not lifetime, but it's for the first 60 days. Okay, first 60 days customer value is about $960 last time I checked. My lifetime customer value so far has been about $1,600. Okay, how is that? Okay, when it comes to traffic, here is something you may want to remember. If you can spend more on traffic, if you can and willing, all right, to spend more on traffic than your competition, and when you don't have to worry about spending more money on traffic than your competition, okay, you can dominate, you can crush. In other words, let me kind of explain this. It doesn't make any sense to spend, $100 to get a $50 sale. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. But when you build your funnel, and we're going to talk about how to do that. I'm going to share with you guys some ideas here, bounce some ideas off. When your funnel is set up correctly, okay, when your structure is set up correctly, when your customer value becomes so big that you don't necessarily worry about buying traffic for $1.50, right? And you're willing to do that, and you have your matrix working for you, okay? You see, you can scale your business very, very quickly. Okay? I want you guys to pay attention, because some of this stuff I'm going to be sharing with you, I'm not going to just directly tell you what it is. I'm going to, some of this stuff you have to pick up between the lines, if you will. Okay? If you listen closely, you will hear it. So pay attention, take notes. Okay? Some of this stuff, some of these ideas will come to you, and it's going to be like a light bulb went off, right? Maybe tomorrow. It might be, a couple days from today. You might be in the shower, taking a shower over the next couple of days, and then you'll have this idea come to you, and you'll be like, "Wow, I'm gonna implement that. I'm gonna try that idea, right? I'm gonna do that." Does that make sense? So, guys, I want you to pay attention very, very closely. A lot of times, I say this. I say one idea can make you a millionaire. Okay, and my intention is to share a lot more than just one idea with you guys tonight. All right, so. Let's talk about funnels, okay? Because funnels, number one, is, like I said, it's every little thing matters, okay? It's how you hold yourself, how you think. It's you, okay? Number two, you see, ultimately, you are the person who's driving your business. If you don't have your stuff, your head, taken care of, right? If you're complaining, if you're griping, and if everything is wrong around you. And if all you see is what's wrong with the world, don't even think about being successful. Don't even think about building a successful business. It's not going to happen. Okay, gotta get your stuff right. Gotta get your mind right. And if you can go back and you can check out our previous webinars. We talked about I gave you guys a lot of really good advice on personally what helped me overcome that. Get that garbage out of my head. All right, in the beginning. So I'm not going to talk about that, but what I want to talk about is the next two things, okay? Which is your funnel and then how to get traffic to your funnel, which is thing number 3. When it comes, let me do this. I don't have a PowerPoint, but I wanted to show you this. There, you know what hold on one sec, guys. I'm gonna share my screen. Let me do this quick here. No, keynote. I'm gonna share my screen very quickly. Let me see how fast I can do this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I want to show you this because there's 3 different, there's 3 different 3 different types of funnels that marketers use, right? That people use, and I just call them. There's the amateur marketer's funnel. I'm going to show you. We'll just call it the typical marketer's funnel. Boom, boom, boom. I'll be right back with you here. Bum, bum, bum. Offer. Okay. All right, I'm going to share with you my screen in a minute here. Let's do this together. Screen share. All right, you guys here?